can do that. And it looks like we are live. Hello, everybody. And yeah, to another episode of tSQLt Live. And today we're going to start out with merging some changes that have been introduced back to the branch that we are working on. And as always, if you have any questions, please just type them in the comment, even if you get to this stream after the live has been over. So you're looking at it as a recording. So what do we have here? We have our branch for the, what is our branch called?
We have the branch is SPY synonyms pointing to procedures.
Yes, and there were some changes merged to main yesterday, and we're going to pull them.
So let's start with fresh clone, right?
That would be a good idea to start with a fresh clone, yes.
Now we need to copy the files we changed into this new.
You should just be able to do a pull in Git. But first you need to switch the branch to our branch.
Yeah, but what's the but I'll get the same version, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm there.
Now we know it's a clean checkout without other changes. And now in Git, do a pull from main.
Pull from main? But
yes.
It is clean checkout. It's just checkout from main, so it should have clean version from main.
No, you just switch the branch, so you're not in main anymore. But if you now pull from main, it should merge.
So should I merge from main to main, right?
You want to merge from main into this branch.
Okay. So 28 commits.
Yes.
No conflicts.
Yes.
Okay.
Then let's push that back out.
Done.
Done. And now we should have under now, how do you know which one you're in? You have two editor windows open.
I'm in new one. You see number 2, subdirectory 2, CDM
Okay.
demo 2.
Good. Can you check under source, please, if there is a tSQLt undo in there, just to make sure.
Check what?
In the source directory, should have a tSQLt.undo now.
And do test doubles?
Undo test doubles, yes.
Yeah.
That's what we added. Okay, let's run the build. So let's open this in Management Studio and run the build. That's probably just the connections.
Yeah. Again, But I don't have it via other Zoom calls. I don't know why it's happening only on this one.
Maybe because of the extra strain of live streaming. I don't know.
Yeah, because I have no problems of sharing the screen via Zoom.
Yeah. And you would
Okay,
think.
so okay, now I close the solution. Let's reopen the new one. So demo 2 tSQLt. It's opened, yeah. And now I want to check what database is used. Okay.
Let's change before you start that, let's change the build to run only the tSQLt, not all the other stuff.
And where should I do?
In build, in the build directory.
Yeah.
Go to the validate one.
So.
That one, and change all to tSQLt only.
Oh, yeah, this one, right? Default.
Yes.
Okay, default. Okay, now let's run, right?
Yes.
We will need that on as well soon. Build failed.
That's what I'm saying. Something was emerging and Git got really messed up.
Maybe let's have previous version. Like I haven't merged from main yet on the previous directory, so we can continue to work on this functionality and then fix these merging issues later on.
Yes, I just don't understand how this all happened. Like the change you are looking at was done yesterday on another branch, not on main. So why did it get pulled in when you pulled in main? Let's just try to fix it. It shouldn't be hard.
Expects parameter, which is that in test? Oh no, it's not in test, I guess.
No, that's during the compilation. So let's find all the places that call that.
And what was the parameter name? Remote object name. But is this required param?
Yes, can you look in the source directory what that procedure that it is complaining about is looking like there?
Here's source directory. This is the procedure, and search for the where is it used.
Yeah, no, let's start by looking at it itself.
Oh, again.
So it is looking for the remote object name, and if you highlight that,
Yeah, I would be happy to. Now disconnected. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so the usage remote object name.
yes, that's the one it complained about, and I believe that's used only in one place, somewhere at the bottom of the procedure.
Here. So we get remote database name, and then we.
Okay. So this is a change we introduced.
Yeah. What if we do like that? So if it's not passed, then we'll get nothing.
Let's
maybe
make it
null.
Let's make it null. Yeah.
Yeah, null. So we'll get nothing here.
Okay.
Empty, and it should work. Yeah.
Don't really like that approach, but let's try it for now.
Okay. Tools. While it's running. Let's see where is it used. Build failed. No.
Same thing.
Invalid object name.
That's
Private get full type name statement. Is that ours? New? Did we create that? Did we create that? Temp. What's that temp? What does it mean temp? Is it like, is it yours naming convention? The suffix.
that is a very good question. I thought this wasn't used.
This is what I changed.
Yes.
This is mine, so
yes.
It's not in build.
Because we didn't think we needed it there.
And is it used anywhere?
It must be. The build is complaining about it.
If object select. This is what we. So we probably created this function and we haven't included that into the build. So that's why it is failing now.
No, we had decided to go one way, and that way included generating this function. We haven't written the code to generate this function yet. So for now we have it checked in, but not included in the build because we want the build to generate it. That's where we left off last time. So let's do that. Let's generate this function.
So do you want to just get the source code and put it to the generate function? You mean generate, add it to the build, or generate the source code from here, from here?
So there is a get full type name function, and without the statement, just get full type name.
Mm-hmm.
That one. And if you look at that, its select statement is the one we just copied into the get full type name statement function. So that's something the build should be able to do. So first thing to do is to let's put a marker in between return and select. Let's do a /* snip. What are we calling this? Snip start. Private get full type name statement. Let's use the spelling that's used in the function. And then the word statement tagged on.
Oh.
Get full type name statement.
Statement?
Yes. Without the underscore and camel case. That's how we are spelling that function, the get full type name statement function. And then delete the 3 dashes in front of it. I don't think we need them. And then let's copy that before the end of the build, so before line 32. And call it snip end. Good. And then let's create a new file in the build directory. PowerShell, a PS1 file.
How to name it?
Generate private get full type name statement function.
Function or just statement?
Generate the function that is called get full type name statement. So generate get full type name statement function.
What should it do?
And let's look at the other PS1 files. Create drop class statement. Open that. And copy everything up to line 15 included. Actually, no, go to 19. Then delete 16 and 17. And let's look at the paths up there. Output tSQLt build is okay. Temp tSQLt build is okay. Source is okay. Test util we probably won't need. Line 12, can you put the right thing in there, please? It's a generate get full type name statement function. It's the name of this file. Which that's really what this is, the name of this file.
And this one?
Yes. Okay, and then let's fix the variable names.
This one, right?
Yes. Yes, that one. But let's not call it drop class file content. Let's call it
Get full type name content.
that's a little bit confusing, I'm fearing. Let's just call it source file content. And then line 17, that would be drop statement snip.
Not drop, just drop.
No,
Or
not
just
drop. Just statement snip, yeah. Okay, now we need to correct
what about this?
The start and the end snip patterns. And actually, can you change our pattern to use that pattern that example used there? So start snip colon and then the file name or the whatever it is. Nice. That way, there's a link back to which PowerShell file it's actually using. Is actually using this.
Okay.
Okay, so now in the statement snip, we have
Source, you have
the select statement.
Yeah.
Now let's change the original file, the one that says temp. That one. And let's delete the select statement, the yellow part. Leave the quotes, and then let's put a token in here.
How? Should we, I don't know, do
the same thing. So a slash, a star, and then let's call it replacement colon.
and what to write here?
Replace or replacement or token, maybe token 1 colon. I'm just making up names. If you have a better name,
I'm not, no, can we finish this syntax, because I'm not following what should happen yet. So we should replace.
So in the PS1, we're going to read this file and then we're going to replace this token with what we just created, with the snip we just created.
Yeah, but how will it understand what to replace? So we'll replace like that?
Yes.
Maybe like that, yeah? Just replace this part.
Replace that one, yes.
So we should pass this string to somewhere here, right?
Yeah, correct. But let's actually make it a comment, because that way it doesn't cause havoc in tests.
Like that?
Like that, yes.
Okay. So should we include? Okay, now
let's put that in a variable, replacement token equals. And then let's read the template file. So line 15. Let's copy line 15.
Get content line.
Just duplicate and then let's call it template file content. Nice. Can you make the statement snip lowercase first character to follow that? Well, we're a little bit uneven there. Let's make them all first character lowercase source file too. Just to have that pattern. Okay, now let's do a replace on the template file content.
Should we keep original one or just?
Let's do a new line. It's easier to read than a new line. Replaced file content, yeah. Statement snip. Is that the syntax? It's not complaining, so probably, but
yeah, we can use this keyword as well, but
I don't know if it.
I think so.
Yeah, good. And now let's do a set content.
Where should we write it?
In parentheses open, output path.
I mean, you want to join path?
Yes.
With what? If the name, if this one.
The name of the output file, which should be tSQLt private get full type name statement .sfn.sql. I think it's value, not content. Good. Now we need to call this in the build.
Build txt.
No, XML.
Validate.
Build. No,
This one.
that one, yes. And we need to call it before the source build order dot. Let's search for that. Source slash, or just search for build order dot text. I don't know if source is in there. It is in there. Okay, so we need to call our PowerShell before line. Yeah, let's do it right there. There are several examples for PowerShell. Let's find one. Just remember line 142.
This one. Which one, like that?
Yeah, 219 to 222. Just copy that.
So there is a good trick. Come back to the last edit line in Visual Code.
How did you do that?
No, so for example, even if you are in another file,
Yes.
open one and now hotkey to come back to the last edit part.
And what's a hotkey?
It's hard. It's binned to my keyboard somehow. I can answer that, but
okay, I will look it up. I will look it up.
Last edit. Go to this one.
Control K, Control Q. Okay.
No, but this is probably my binding, so you might have go to last edit location.
Okay.
Maybe it's original one. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I'm often on a Mac, so it will be different there. But yeah, nice one. Okay, I'm not sure what we just did was right there, though. I think you copied the exec in the middle of another exec. Good.
Oh, shell. Yeah. Run.
That should be it. Yes. And then let's change the build helper to now include. And not the build helper, the build order.txt.
Include what?
Include the file that we generated. So if you open the build order.txt, not that one, the one in the source directory. Copy line 12. And put the right name in, yes.
No, but it was with private something. No, we use it.
That's the output name that we set in our PowerShell file.
Yes. PowerShell file. Now again, come back. I added here something. Okay, it was build order. This one and this one.
Yes, and then we need to make sure that it is actually early enough. Or really, I would like to move it directly in front of the line that is using it. So what statement is calling that function? Or what module is calling that function? Where did we get the error? Line 29. It's not helpful.
Yeah, we are creating this.
That's what's using it? Okay, then let's try to move it in line after line 74. Well, line 73 after you remove it there.
Like here?
Like that, yes. And then let's run that again. And now we just created a new naming convention. Temp is now template.
Temp as a template, kind of confusing naming convention, I would say.
If you prefer, we can actually change it to template.
Yeah, I don't like temp. Oh, for this naming convention.
Yeah.
Temp is something, it's temporary. Okay, so they cannot read input file. So there is no, it's trying to read from temp.
Which is correct. That's where we put it, if we put it. So let's look in that directory and see if we put it there.
Let's output path is output.
Oh. Okay. Let's move it to temp then. So replace output there with temp. And then to be fair, we probably should rename it to temp path.
I'm wondering if somebody would watch this video and start from now and will think of, this is how we should work in TDD style. Will be build failed. Invalid object main.
Same error.
It wasn't.
Okay, let's open up the tSQLt.class, the generated state file.
Where is it located in output?
I don't know exactly. It's under build, output.
Source. Yeah, let's check folder. Build output.
tSQLt build, tSQL, that one, yeah. Can you execute that so that we actually get a usable line number out of it?
Yeah, but now I'm 1 second. It's uses statement, and we are creating it.
Yeah.
It's also exec, but we don't have create statement here.
So which object is this? Well, let's find the first use of this.
Here, this one is the first one.
That's the first use? Okay. And what object?
And I guess it's the only. And the only use.
And that is in which object?
Provide, generate, create statement, spy
Okay.
state.
That's the one we said. And what's directly in front of it? Not the one. Oh, there are two empty goes. So
Nothing was generated.
our file seems to be empty. Let's look at our generated file. That would be under build temp.
It's not that one.
Private get full type name statement. And that is clearly not empty.
Yes, error. Okay,
Yeah.
let's
Okay.
check. What does it say?
We need to
Must
quote.
be only statement
to-
in the batch.
We need to quote. There are a lot of single quotes in there. We need to
I replace
double quotes.
replace. Okay,
And there's
now,
also no build plus build minus. So we need to add that to the template file.
okay.
And while we are at, let's rename the template file. Did that automatically do a git rename? Or do we need to fix
No,
that?
but we committed it.
It should do a git rename, but let's make sure that it does.
Okay, we will do that one commit, I guess.
Okay, and in after line 3,
How
build
to
class, and then let's put another go under it. And then you don't need a build minus. It just takes the end of the rest of the file.
and we should replace. Where is that file? Should replace quote if double quote. Yeah.
I believe so.
And run.
I'm a little surprised that that ends up in one line though. But let's see what happens. So we have a failing test, and for that reason, actually have many failing tests. For that reason, we are still doing TDD. It's just we are doing a very big thing. It might be a little hard to follow.
Huh.
How?
Is it the only?
Make that a single one.
Yeah, it seems to be the only.
Can you execute that?
1 second.
Any database that has tSQLt in it. Okay, so we need to change the order there. But let's make sure that we can actually execute.
What? This is
Now that you manually fix that, let's run the statement.
yeah, I did it. I mean, you create function. Yeah, this is it's creating. Ah, you mean they run this function? Check if it's working. If the statement generated statement working or what?
Yes, that's what I want to know. And actually, that's not correct what we just did. It's not correct at all.
Yeah, but it is these variables.
Yes, and the variables he had replaced. You still have your old branch. Can you look there what this function looked like before the session?
It's in the source, right?
That's on the source, yeah.
All right. Where is that temp? Get. Yeah.
Okay.
So we need to
And
double.
what does a new one look like?
Huh?
The one we are generating. What does that look like now? And you had that nicely formatted in Management Studio.
Now, 1 second. It will crash again.
Yes.
Zoom wasn't developed by using TTD approach.
Probably not, no.
Okay, so probably we should.
So we just need to replace every variable with that same variable in single quote plus variable plus single quote.
Oh.
Let's fix the order of replacements in our PowerShell file.
Order of replacements in our partial file.
Yes.
Or which one is partial? Ah, PowerShell. Okay, I thought partial.
Partial, no, PowerShell. Yeah. Now the replacement snip, that's what we need to work on.
Statement snip. Where do you see replacement snip? Statement snip.
That's a new line 20. Let's call it final statement. And then statement snip. And then the replace single quote, double quote that you have at the end of line 23. And then now we need to run a regex replace on that, which I believe the replace does that. So let's try that. Let's just add another replace at the end. And that would be at sign and then /w star.
Sign /w star.
I believe it's /. And then let's put that in parentheses inside the quotes. And then let's replace it with single quote plus, and then whatever number 1 is. Either /1 or $1, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Plus single quote. And then in line 24, let's use final statement and replace. No, stop. The statement snip that needs to be replaced with final statement. And then remove the replace. Let's try that. Let's see what happens.
But can we just run this and check?
Yes. Yeah. Replace file content is what you want to write in line 26. Not result.
Actually, yeah, we can replace. We can just execute and
read the file. That works too.
Yeah. And the file was this one, SFN. This one? No.
Actually, I'm surprised that worked.
Why?
You should be in the build folder to be able to execute this. Oh, you are? You get out of it. How is that possible?
Yeah, but that's, where am I? I'm in the build folder. Yeah, when I'm running, I'm in the build folder.
Okay, so just the file is, you have it open in a folder, in an editor. Just open the editor, it will reload that.
Yeah, but I don't see anything replaced there. Yeah, let's have it here.
That's a template. Oh, nothing got replaced.
Yeah, copy file of path. Let's check. And we had this, and then we used.
You have the replacement token has a carriage return in the line 17. line 17 here.
Okay, let's try. Okay, now it's better. Okay, but we had this call previously. That shouldn't we replace that?
It should have been replaced. So let's play with that regular expression. Something seems to be off there. Just copy that line 9 that you're in from the SQL file. Just copy the characters in that line. Doesn't need to be the entire line.
And we can actually
put that in a variable in PowerShell.
I want online tester, but we can do okay. I agree. We can, if we go there, if we jump here, and then
you don't even need to debug. Just put it in a variable in the terminal. And let's call the replace on it. And now dot replace. Okay, so it doesn't find. Try the backslash as you suggested. \w. That doesn't change it. Put a backslash in front of the @ sign.
backslash in front of
the @ sign. Backslash or // You definitely need one of the two slashes in front of the W. Without that, it doesn't work.
So let's.
Okay, but now you're looking at PHP regular expressions, not PowerShell regular expressions.
Yeah, but like only if this should be common, I guess.
It's not.
No?
Not necessarily. See, that says this works.
Yeah, but that doesn't say that PowerShell replace. That doesn't say that. Replace, but they use that one.
Yeah, that's the next thing. That might or might not be correct, but right now it doesn't even find anything.
Yes, I agree, because it would replace.
Yes. So let's try backslash s backslash double backslash @w.
Like that, yeah. No, but
no,
backslash double. It will be
down in the terminal.
Yeah, I understand.
And then both /. Okay, let's remove,
now let's
remove
try
the
that.
entire thing. Let's start with.
Yeah, it can't even find because of this probably.
Okay.
And now, so we group as defining the group incorrectly.
Yes, that's what it looks like.
And
but that's what they do here. Let's try single quotes instead of double quotes. Let's
Because
try the
it's-
dash replace. There you go. The dot replace doesn't handle regular expressions. But now we still need to figure out which regular expression is the correct one. I'm thinking it is let's try no slash in front of the at and a forward slash in front of the W. Okay, backslash in front of the W.
okay.
Actually, let's make that a plus instead of a star inside the parentheses.
Class instead of the star, or
Inside the replacement string. Plus. Good. And then what we haven't tried yet is a backslash one in the forward slash one. Not helpful.
but it's saying we see two single quotes and then
Single quotes.
regex mask and then replace everything from. Why does it have curly braces?
Seems
Ah,
to be.
single quotes.
Let's
try without single quotes first.
Yeah.
And then
Just
$1.
simple dollar, that one, yes. Good. I don't know how to escape single quotes, but I believe it's a backtick.
Okay, what if we no only single quotes?
Only single quotes. So try backtick. Single quote, backtick, single quote at the beginning.
Single quote backtick. No.
Not backslash, backtick. That's a thing.
Ah, yeah. Okay, it's backticked.
Okay.
Single quote backtick, but no.
And
Doesn't.
closing single quote.
No.
Okay.
What if no?
Double single quote, like in SQL Server. There we go.
Oh.
Okay, let's put that back in our file and then try this all again.
No,
Relation name.
because now
Yeah.
we should call as call as, because I guess that if I do
Hold on.
like that, yeah, so it will fail on null. Should we just do that call list, right?
Yeah, but
Plus.
only on the collation name. So let's do another replace.
Because why only on collation name? Because other ones are not null, always not null.
I guess we could do them all.
What will happen?
Let's do them all. Doesn't hurt.
Then replace this with
After
like
the
that.
plus, it's null. Oh, that one.
1, 2.
And let's put the string null in there.
String null.
So between your, in the middle of your 4 single quotes, there are just the 4 characters NULL, because it's used inside of a string everywhere. And so we need some form of token.
Null, like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's another issue now. There is actually huh? How did that happen? All of our replacements didn't work.
Case 1.
All the variables are gone. So we did something bad to the replacement.
Yeah, but why? Yeah, we don't need to have variables here already.
Okay. Okay.
We should see values.
Can you scroll up? Can you scroll up and look at the?
It's up. It's up. I mean, this procedure.
Yes, that one.
And this will be at or. Then collation name. It's empty. It's probably empty.
Okay. So we need to switch that around. We need to get the null outside of the quotes.
Null outside of the quotes.
Yes.
What do you mean? Okay. And yeah.
Collation name needs to be in quote.
This is
So
very.
I think we need to pull this calculation out. We can, this is a special function, the get statement function, and we just can't pass in a null there.
What should you pass then?
When you call the function, do the coalesce outside of. So the code calling the function should do the coalesce.
Okay.
So this is good. And when we call the function in tSQLt, we will just not pass in a null.
So we should find who is
Yes.
calling this this one. But shouldn't we just have, it's function, so we can't have default. We can have default, but it's not, okay. So let's go to the source, find all the usages, generate create procedure spy statement. And here, null.
In quotes, which I believe is what we want. So that should work.
This is create, and this all the create. So if we run the build, it might work.
Yes. Let's try it.
I hate it when you just move a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
This scroller. Then build failed. Incorrect syntax near.
Cursor as a name parameter does not exist. That can only mean that our select get full type name statement still returns a null.
I think I might know. Okay, let's try. What will happen if we run remote database is probably that one or null. Oh, okay. Now let's do the following.
It's not null. Let's put a actual existing remote database name in.
I wanted to check what will happen if we pass like that and object ID equal to 1, 2, 3. You see?
Yep.
Semicolon.
But that's not what happened, because then we would have gotten an error.
And this we did that. We did that. Where is that output?
Incorrect syntax in your semicolon. Good.
Yeah, so we need to
In
exclude
the
again temp.
not in the
Our
temp, another one.
template.
In the get full type name.
Yeah. Get full type name SFN. So we should move
Delete
this.
that.
Should move that here, I guess,
Yes.
right?
Correct. So while this can feel really slow, we still have the tests, this entire test setup protecting us from putting something into source control or even production that would break later on. So in other words, the tests are doing their job.
Mm-hmm. And I was working on this fake table request. It was the first time I worked with this TDD developed project. So it was fun when you don't even need to go into the data, check the results. You just rely on the tests.
Yes.
Write the code, execute working. Okay, so it's good. When it's fully covered, then yes, but come to that state when
Well,
everything is fully covered.
That's what TDD is about. If you use TDD, then you're always fully covered.
Yeah, I know, but I found it kind of difficult, probably the lack of experience, but it's hard to start when the requirements are not clear. So when you are not sure about the architecture, about all the requirements, and you start writing these tests, and you find out that like you wrote just a bunch of tests that are not needed anymore.
Yes.
But if you know all the requirements, then it's very good.
Yes.
You write business.
But even that, writing those tests and then throwing them out later because you don't need them anymore will save you time in the long run. Feels like you're doing extra work there, but you're not. You're trying things, you're working out the correct architecture, and you're ending up in a better place because of it.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, it's also a problem that there are so few people who can work like that well.
Yes.
And this is the problem in the team.
So we have a working build again that found 2 failing tests, 2 erroring tests.
It's kind of not user-friendly when you need to scroll and search for the test.
Tell me about that.
It would be much more user-friendly if there would be some kind of summary at the end. At least
all
the failing ones. Yeah.
The failing ones. That's an idea.
Just failing ones. Because like usually you're not interested in the green ones.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
Oh. But this is good what like sign is good what it's only our functionality broke.
Yeah, let's figure out why it broke. So copy that test name and then set, not just just inside the brackets, that, yeah. And then
That's it.
search for that.
Okay.
Search for that in this output. that we
And
get.
this output.
Yes, that way we get the actual error message.
1 second. Ta-dam, ta-dam. Okay, output.
You don't need to copy it. You can search right there.
I don't like, but now it's slow because of this, I don't know, failure. I like visual code.
Yeah, but you're searching an output, and there's only one place where you will find it. So
Yeah. Depends on the missing model will still.
create it. That's not an error message. There is an error. tSQLt.def remote, the database doesn't exist.
No, security context. Yes.
Okay, let's make sure that the database is there, and then that check who owns it. Can you do a where name like tSQLt? Owned by different people.
Yeah, because I guess that this database was created manually.
Mm-hmm.
And it was created by my user name owner tSQLt.
And the other one is tSQLt build.
Okay, let's do that manually. Is it like, is it created like, do we have it? Do we still have it?
tSQLt build is a login that's used by the build.
Yeah, but do we have it already, or is it clean? Was it cleaned up?
It should be there.
Okay. And this is server roles, user mappings. Let's be an owner for now. And let's probably will be enough if we run control. No, don't do control. Where is that test? Okay, let's go there. Closed. Oh, how? But if it's closed, how did our test run?
How did the build run? That is a really good question. Yeah.
tSQLt. It was a filter.
Okay.
No surprises. Spy test. And if we run these tests, okay, to def and run. Yeah,
Good.
green one should be just to
All of
make
them?
sure. All of them of SpyProcedure, the class.
Yes.
I ran the class.
Which the last test that we have in there is the one that has a stored procedure with parameters, correct?
Let's check. Yeah.
No, not this, the last one in the source code. The output is a different order here.
Okay, it's
Different database, that one. Okay, that means we are done. Almost. Let's delete that database, the tSQLt dev remote, and let's add its creation to the build, which I thought we had done already.
no, we had attempts of doing so in our other branch, and we had not live sessions where we're discussing at previous approaches.
Okay.
And actually, I have it implemented, but not ideally. Again, not again, not again. Pum 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 pum. Okay, so as I have it, share screen. I suggest to check what I have first. And then copy all these and instructions from there, the whole logic. So it's again.
It is always at the end of the session, we are getting more issues. But also we are at this for 90 minutes already. Do you want to do the database next time?
Yeah, sure.
Let's do that.
No problem. Yeah.
Well,
It's
then
demo god was pinging us. Come on, guys, you're overtiming.
Yes. Then thanks everyone for watching, and maybe see you again next time. Again, if you have questions, feel free to send them our way. Paste a comment under this, even if you watch the recording. And see you all next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.